Hey guys, another class again for you today. So as normal, we're just going to dive straight into a cardio warm-up of jogging in the spot. In 3, 2, and off we go. So jogging on the spot for 30 seconds. And after our first set of jogging, we're then going to go into a set of regular squats with a shoulder width stance. Okay, so keep jogging there now for another 15 seconds or so. Then it's going to be feet about shoulder width apart, head and chest up, drop them down as deep as you can. Good full range of motion, keeping the heels flat onto the floor. Okay? So finish up the jogging there now for another 5, 2, 1, and off we go squatting. Shoulder width stance, nice deep reps. Always keep the heels down flat on the ground when you're squatting, keep the head and chest up, looking out forward. That will help then to keep your back straight. Okay? So keep that going for another 15 seconds or so. And then we're into some shadow boxing. So it's going to be strong foot to the back, into a boxing stance, and just throwing punches out at head height, okay? So last couple of seconds, squats, 2, 1, and off we go with our shadow boxing next. So don't worry about power on these, it's simply just about moving the hands, okay? Going from all the way back into the chest and shoulders, all the way up to knockout. Okay, so we'll keep that going for another 15. Then our next exercise, our next resistance one is going to be a press up. We come down to the mat, down to a kneeling position, cross the leg behind and drop right to the floor. So last 2, 1, and down for press ups. Again, good full range motion, right down onto your nose, touches the mat, and then power back up. Okay, if you're able for full ones up on your toes, go with those. Same thing, full range of motion, touch the nose, back up. So we have another 15 seconds or so. Once we're back on the feet, we're going to be jogging on the spot again. So just nice and loose on the toes. 3, 2, last 2, 1, and up again. So jogging on the spot. Again, this is just to get the heart rate up, get the body warmed up, get the blood flowing. So we've done one lower, one upper. Back in the lower body is going to be a forward lunge. Keeping our back straight. Pick a spot in the wall on the front, stay focused on that. Straight forward, power up off the front foot, and alternate legs. So almost ready for it. Couple of seconds left on jogging, so 2, 1, and off we go lunging. Straight forward, don't leave the trailing leg touch the ground, and then the front leg powers you back up into position. Okay? So keep those going, alternating legs. Going to do that again for 30. Then our cardio is once again going to switch back to our shadow boxing. So strong foot is to the front. If you're looking at the clock face, it's pointing at 12. Sorry, that's weak foot. Strong foot is to the back, pointing at the clock face at 2. So ready in 2, 1, and off we go. We're loose through the hips, up on the toes, keeping the core muscles tight, that's all. And then just throwing punches at head height. Not worrying about power. Just getting that full range of motion. Loosening out the arms, getting the blood flowing through, warming up. Okay? 10 more seconds and then it's bent over rows. So with these, we kick the hips up behind, bring the chest over parallel, and roll the legs up and down. So ready in 2, 1, and off we go. Eyes are on the floor, back is nice and straight. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you draw up, and then stretch all the way down. Squeeze and contract, and stretch. Okay? So we keep those going for another 15, then we're back for our final 30 seconds of jogging on the spot. 10 more seconds of the rows. Keep focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades in together, contracting and pinching those muscles in the back. 2, 1, and we're back jogging again. So again, just up on the toes, nice and loose. You can kind of keep the arms moving as well, almost like you're throwing half of the punches, if you like. And again, it's just about getting blood flow, getting the heart rate up. After we finish that 30 seconds, we're going to drop down and activate the core muscles by holding the plank. Okay, so we're onto the toes and the forearms, pushing the shoulders up and away from the floor, tucking the tailbone under. So 2, 1, and down we go. Down into a plank for 30. Squeezing the abs, keeping the core muscles tight, and keeping this position held for 30. After that, we'll be back on the feet for one last set of shadow boxing. Again, it's the weaker leg to the front, pointed at 12, strong leg to the back, slightly pointed over 2, and we're ready for it now in about 3 seconds. 2, 1, and off we go. Last set of punches, out of head height. Okay, so we keep these moving for 30 seconds now again, and then we have one final exercise. You just need one weight for this last one, the squat and press. So a shoulder width stance, nice deep reps in the squat, and as you come out of it, fire the kettlebell straight up overhead, up to knockout. So ready for this one? In 2, 1, and off we go. Deep rep squat, using the power of the legs then to fire up overhead. Okay? So keep that going, it's the last 30 seconds of the warm-up, guys. Keep moving. Final 15 seconds now. Always keeping those heels flat to the floor, keep the core tight, and transfer the power from the legs through the core. 2, 1, and rest. Good job, guys. Great work. Okay, just made my changes to the timer, and I'm going to demonstrate our first one. So over the first few classes, we've done a bit of repetitions of the same moves. We're going to do the same today, but just pair them together slightly differently. So we're going to do a complete upper body circuit first. So press ups is first. We come down to a kneeling position, cross the legs behind, let the whole body, including the legs, come all the way down and power back up. Okay, so the whole body falls forward, powers up. What you want to avoid here, and what you see in a lot of other gyms, is where people just drop their head down. Okay, you're getting very, very little benefit from that. Whereas the correct technique that we use here, you let the whole body fall forward and power up. Again, if you're able, go a little more advanced, up in toes and full press ups. So for upper body, we're going to go push, pull, push, pull. So 2 from the warm up, press ups and bent over rows. Bent over row, you need 2 weights. You kick your hips up behind. Bring the chest over parallel to the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades as you draw the weights up. Straight up, straight down. After that, we're back to pushing. So it's a shoulder press, shoulder width stance, pressing the weight up overhead to knockout, and then back down to shoulder height. And after that, it's back to rowing, pulling. So we just need one weight, and we're going to do an upright row, shoulder width stance, head and chest up, draw the weight up to chest height. Leading the way with the elbows, your elbow always stays above your wrist on this exercise. Okay, so ready to rock, guys, standing press ups. All upper body. And we're ready for it in 5, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Good full range of motion, whole body travels down, and then the upper body is powering the whole body back up. Not just the head and shoulders, the legs, the core, the midsection, everything drops down, powers up. Okay, so keep those going for 30 seconds, we've only got 10 left. After that, we're taking a 15-second breather, and then going on to bent over rows. So 2, 1, and rest. Bent over rows, weight in each hand, kick the hips up behind, chest comes over parallel to the floor, you roll the weights, straight up, straight down, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Okay? So ready for it now. 2, 1, and off we go. Back is nice and straight. Eyes are on the floor. And you're pinching a penny in between your shoulder blades, squeezing them together at the top, stretching them apart at the bottom. Squeeze, stretch. Okay? So that's our bent over roll. We're past halfway. Then we're going back pushing with the shoulder press. Coming into the final 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shoulder press is next. Shoulder width stance, head and chest up. Power the kettlebell straight over head to lockout, and then back onto shoulder height. Ready for it in 5, okay? 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So the core muscles are nice and tight. Power overhead to lockout, and then back down to the shoulders. Always keeping the back straight. So again, we're going to keep going for 30, then rest for 15. Almost there, guys. Final 10 seconds. As many reps as possible, keep pushing them out.
3, 2,
Last 2, 1, and rest. We're down to just one weight now for the last one, the upright row. So head and chest up, back and straight. We're drawing the weight just up to the chest, no higher, and back down. Ready for it in 5,
3,
2, 1, and off we go. So we lead the way with the elbows. Elbows stay above the wrist. Back stays nice and straight. You only bring the weight up to your chest, and then you go all the way back down to full lap with the arms, full stretch at the bottom. Okay? So we're going to keep that going for another 10 or 15. That's our 4 upper body exercises, and we're going to repeat all 4 again. So press-ups is up next.
3,
2, 1, and rest. Good. So back down to the mat guys for the press-ups. Again, kneeling position. Hands are a little wider than shoulder width. We're dropping the whole body down, or the whole body up. Ready for it in 3, 2, and off we go. Good full range of motion. Right down, control it down, and power up. Breathe through the reps. Okay, so we keep that going for another 15. Then we're on to our bent over rows. Working the back. Last few seconds of push-ups. Keep moving through them.
3,
2, 1, and rest. Good. So the bent over row, guys. You stick your butt up behind, pivot over at the hip joint, and roll the weights straight up, straight down. Okay, so we're ready for it now. 2, 1, and off we go. Stick the butt out. Chest comes over parallel to the floor, and we roll the weights straight up, straight down. Okay, so we keep that last, not last one for the back, with the upright rows as well. 2 for the back left. So 10 more seconds. Then we're on to the shoulders.
3, 2, 1.
2, 1, and rest. Okay, so last time I showed you the shoulder movement was with a shoulder width stance. We're going to try a split stance this time, see if it feels more comfortable, one leg in front of the other. Same thing, no power overhead to lap out. Back on the shoulder height, ready, 2, 1, and off we go. Some people prefer the stance, guys, with one leg in front of the other. For some people it takes a little pressure off the lower back. Personally, I prefer the shoulder width stance. So see what suits you. Either way, it's working the shoulders just the same. Final 10 seconds, and then this time it's on to our last one for the back.
3, 2,
2, 1, and rest it. So upright row, keep the back straight, keep the head and chest up, and we're going to draw the kettlebell up to chest height. Elbows are above the wrist. Ready in 5 now for it.
3, 2,
2, 1, and off we go. So we never need to go too high with this move, guys. It's a mistake you quite often see people doing, where they try to roll the weight right up here in front of the face, but that actually puts the wrist into a really weak position, so avoid that. After this one, guys, we're going to add in one hold. It's going to be a wall squat. I'm not sure if this player box is in camera here. Hopefully it is. 2, 1, and rest. I'm going to talk you through it in a minute, just in case I'm not in camera fully. Basically, get your back against the wall somewhere. You're going to slide down until your quad muscle, the upper thigh, is parallel with the floor. And then you're going to hold that position in 2, 1, and off we go. So your thighs, your quads, are parallel with the floor. Your back is flat against the ground. Your feet are flat on the floor, and you're just holding that position like you're sitting down into a squat. And we'll hold for 30. It's just to warm up the legs a little first, because we're going to hit the legs next. So final 5 seconds, guys, almost there.
3, 2, 1.
2, 1, and rest. Great work. Good job. Okay, we are moving on to leg work, as I said. So we're going to start with some forward lunges. So I'm going to just demonstrate without weight, leg joint circuits you can use it if you like. So forward lunges, same as the warm up, head and chest up, So we're going to go forward lunge and then sumo squat. So a wide stance and your toes pointed out left and right. Dropping down nice and deep. Try to get your elbows down in here between your knees. Head and chest up, back straight. After sumos, we're going to go reverse lunging. So striking backwards this time instead. Always take a little look behind you, make sure there's nothing behind you, no kettlebells or weights or anything like that behind you. Strike backwards. Again, front foot doing the work, powering you up. I'm going to finish then with the strongest one, just a regular hip width stand squat. Head and chest up, dropping as deep as we can. Okay? So 4 for the lower body this time. We start with upper and we got lower. And we're ready to rock with forward lunges. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So, head and chest up. Best thing to do with all these leg exercises, guys, is pick a spot in the wall up front. Keep your eyes focused on that. That will keep your head up, which in turn keeps your chest and back nice and straight. Okay? So 30 seconds of those, and take a breather, and we're going to move on to sumos. So last few strides. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. The sumo so guys, it's a wide stance. Toes are then angled out left and right. Back is nice and straight again. The head and chest is up, picking a spot out in front. And we're dropping down. Ready in 2, 1, and off we go. So as you can see, I keep my arms in nice and narrow. My elbows drop below my knees right into the middle. So good full range of motion. Okay, so keep those going for another 15. Then it's the reverse lunge coming next. 10 more seconds, guys. Keep breathing through your reps. 5 and 5, give another 2 or 3 reps. 2, 1, and rest. Good. So reverse lunges, as I said, have a look behind, make sure there's nothing behind you. Head and chest up, picking a spot in the wall in front. Striking backwards this time. Okay. Alternating legs, ready in 2, 1, and off we go. So deep reps, but don't leave the back knee touch the floor when it goes down. Stop it just shy of touching the ground. Okay, so another 15 seconds on those, and then we're going to finish with our strongest one, the regular hip width stance squat. 10 more seconds of the lunges to go first. 5 to 5, or a couple of reps. 2, 1, and rest. Good. So feet, hips, shoulders are all pretty much in a straight line. And we're going to drop down as deep as we can. Again, we're keeping our head and chest up. Okay, so ready for this one, guys? 2, 1, and off we go. With both the squats, the sumo and the regular that we're doing now, it's important to keep your heel down flat on the floor. Always make sure that the heel stays down, don't let that travel up into the air. Okay? So another 15 seconds, guys. Then we're at our halfway point. We're going to start all 4 of those once more. So keep moving with the squats. This should be your strongest one of all these 4 exercises.
3, 2,
last 2, 1, and rest. Good. So if you have Reiki Chi, you can use on all these leg exercises. So we're going to try the forward lunge now, holding 2 kettlebells at arm's length. So ready in 2, 1, and off we go. So technique remains the exact same, just striding forward, and we have that little bit of extra resistance from holding our weights. If you don't have kettlebells or dumbbells, you can hold a couple of 2 litres of water, anything, hold one of the kids' school bags, or even throw it over your back, or even hold on to one of the kids, whatever you got. Okay, so final 5 seconds and we're going sumo.
3, 2, 1.
Good, and rest. If by any chance you only have 1 weight, not 2, you can hold it centrally rather than an arm's length. So nice wide stance on the sumos, and we drop them with that holding the weight in centre. Okay, so ready in 2, 1, and off we go. And again, if you didn't happen to have a kettlebell like this, you might have a backpack or something that you can fill with some books, maybe a big jug of water or any sort of thing, bucket of water even, anything that you can add resistance. Grab onto one of the kids, or if you've got something small in your house, and hold them for So final 5 on the sumos, and it's reverse lunges.
3, 2, 1.
With the reverse lunge, again, rather than holding the weights down the arms length, you can hold them up centrally here at chest height, and I find that helps to keep the back straight when you're lunging. So ready for it now in 2, 1, and off we go. So by having the weights up here at chest level, it kind of forces you to keep your chest upright. That keeps your back straight, and just make sure your technique is spot on. Okay? So halfway through those reverse lunges already. Nearly there. 10 seconds to go, and then we're going to finish with squats.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1, and rest. And squats to finish. Hip width stance. So I'll show you side on this then with the heels. You always want to keep those heels down and flat, and drop right down free range of motion. So 2, 1, and off we go. Head and chest up. Deep reps. Your glutes should end up below your knees just like that, okay? You see a lot of people, the heels that I mentioned, a lot of people come off the heels. That's very, very dangerous basically for the weak. It puts very dangerous for the knee. It puts it in a weak position. So make sure those heels stay down flat to the floor. Last few seconds guys, and we're going to add in a plank. 2, 1, and rest. And we add in our plank. Nice easy one for the core, just to get those muscles warm and active. So we're ready in about 5 seconds, we're going to come onto the toes and forearms.
3, 2,
So 2, 1, and off we go. Pushing the shoulders up high in the air away from the floor, then tucking the tailbone underneath. Squeezing the abs hard as you can, and holding the position in for 30. Okay, we're going to use that one now to warm up all our core muscles, and then we're going to hit them in the next drill. So 10 more seconds guys, keep squeezing the abs. Almost done, final 5.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1, and rest. Great job. Good work. Okay, we're going to do some core work. And we're going to use some of our weights. So again, if you don't have kettlebells, dumbbells, anything like that, you can improvise, use something from home. Bottle of water, bag of rice, whatever you might have. Our first one is going to be a Russian twist, it's called. So we just need one weight. We're going to slightly lean back, elevate the legs, and then twist the entire upper body. Okay? You see quite a lot of people doing these guys, and they start slapping the weight off the floor. Absolutely no benefit and no need to touch the floor. Okay? Again, as always, we do things correctly in coaches, so it's just about getting the full rotation. Slapping the weight off the ground is not going to benefit my abs. It's actually just going to work my arms more, and we're trying to work our core, our arms. So we're going to do a twist first, Russian twist, then we're going to drop down and just do a standard crunch. So we plant the feet, and we try and curl the spine to get the shoulder blades up off the mat, exhaling as we come up, okay? Then we're going to sit back upright again. I want you to use a fairly small weight, so even if you have a weight, use a small one, or just even a little small football, not even a size 5, a smaller size 3 or something like that. And we're going to do a figure of 8 pass. So we're going to cycle our legs up and down, and we're passing the kettlebell in a figure of 8 over and under the legs. So it's going over my left, under my right. Over my right, under my left. Okay, so it's creating a figure of 8 each time. Then we're going to go back down, plant those feet again, and this time go for a full sit up, using momentum, using the body weight, swinging the arms, getting all the way up. Okay? So one with weight, one without, one with weight, one without. Okay? Ready to rock, guys? Starting with our Russian twist in 3.
2, 1.
So legs out a little bit, twisting the entire upper body, not swinging the arms like mad, not touching the weight to the floor, and not allowing the legs to touch the floor either. Okay, so keep that going, another 10 seconds or so. After that, we're on to a standard crunch. So last 2, 1 and rest. Next one, we're going to plant our feet and just try to get the shoulder blades off the mat. We're going to exhale as we come up, squeeze at the top and go all the way back down. So then 2, 1 and off we go. Slow controlled reps. Really focusing now on the actual function of the ab muscles, which is exactly what we're doing now with them, where the function is to curl the spine and bring the rib cage here closer to the pelvis here. Okay, so just using that function, really getting those muscles working. Final 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Good stuff. Rest. Now we've got our lighter weight, or smaller basically is the most important thing. We're going to cycle our legs in and out, and we're going to pass over, under, making a figure of 8. Okay, so ready in 2, 1, and off we go. Over the right, under the left, over the left, under the right. Okay, so keep that figure of 8 pass going, and at the same time, the legs are cycling in and out. Another 15 seconds to go, and then we're on to some sit-ups. So keep working, guys. Keep moving those legs. Create space for the kettlebell to pass through. 2, 1, and rest. Next one now is going to be the full sit-up. So this one is less specifically targeting the abs, but it's working a lot more muscles, so it's burning more calories. Same start position, plant the feet. Use momentum this time. 2, 1, and off we go. And we'll swing all the way up. Use your body weight. Use your arms. Get right up to a seated position, and all the way back down. Okay? So keep those going for another 15, and then we are back around to the start to a Russian twist. That's our 4 core exercises done. Last couple of seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So the Russian twist again. Elevate the legs, slightly lean back in the upper body, and then twist the entire upper body. Okay, so ready for it. 2, 1, and off we go. Good full range of motion. Twisting all the way right, all the way left. Remember now, it's not just the arms moving, the whole upper body is twisting. Okay? So keep those going, guys. You have another 15 of them, 15 seconds even. And then it's crunches. Keep breathing through the final 3 seconds, last 5.
3,
2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're back to our crunch. So as I mentioned, the function of these ab muscles here is to bring my rib cage and my pelvis closer together. So by curling the spine, we're doing that. So ready in 2, 1, and off we go. So we're exhaling as we come up. Pause, squeeze, and down. Slow, controlled reps. Always breathe through the reps, guys. No matter what exercise you're doing. Past halfway. Keep those going so, guys. We've 10 seconds to go. And then it's figure of 8 again.
3, 2, 1.
I'm going to just turn slightly side on here to give you just a bit of a different view of the figure of 8. But again, it's just that passing over, under, making that figure of 8 as the legs cycling in and out, okay? So ready in 3, 2, and off we go. So bring those knees in towards the chest, and then back out, and keep passing your weight over and under. The more leg movement you have, the more space there is to get the weight over and under, but it also makes it more challenging, which is good. Okay, so keep that going to 15. And we're going to finish with our sit-ups.
3, 2, 1.
2, 1, and rest. Good. So again, sit-ups, plant the feet. It's going to work our core muscles. It's going to work hip flexors. It's going to work muscles throughout that core region, other than just the abs. So 2, 1, and off you go. It's not just, we'll say, the regular 6-pack abs working here, the entire core region, and down into the legs and all working together. So good high pace, guys, as many reps as possible, past halfway, and then we have one final exercise afterwards. I'm going to get up and get ready. Last few seconds, final 5 for you.
3, 2, 1.
Good stuff. So we've got one hold left to go. We're just going to do a shoulder hold with one kettlebell. So we're going to bring it out to the head height, sorry. Shoulder straight, back straight. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So our first drill was an upper body drill, and we finished it with a hold for the legs. Then we did a leg drill, finished it with a hold for the core. Now we're doing a core drill, finishing with a hold for the upper body. Okay? So last few seconds, 15 to go, and then we are done and dusted for today. Keep it held now, last couple of seconds, breathe into it. 2, 1, and rest. Great job, guys, good class, well done. I'm just going to pause this. So, hope you enjoyed today's class again. Very good work if you've been taking part in them all week, fair play. The usual, wash the hands, stay safe, stay home, help the HSE, and check back in with me tomorrow, guys. Thanks a million. Take